was changed and made new when an angel made his dream come true. And now he brings his dream to you. And it's Spoonful, Paolo.
Hey big dreamers, I'm Paolo Presta and welcome to Spoonful of Paolo! Joining us today is the heart and soul of Good Morning America, Robin Roberts. Now Robin is the face of courage, hope, joy, and love. And she shares all of that in her new book called Everybody's Got Something. Now I read that book and let me tell you, it is so inspiring and it will give you hope. So I can't wait to go meet her for the very first time. See you there. Can I just say what an honor it is to have you on our show? From the bottom of my heart, thank you, Robin. I appreciate it. Now, you wake up every day at 3:45, but you are so beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Honestly, you're just gorgeous, so, amazing.
Well, I can introduce you to Elena, Petula, DeAndre, and it's like, it takes a village.
It takes a village. Look, here we are, Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
Your book is out there. How does it feel to have your book out there for people to read?
Oh my goodness, I am just so overwhelmed by the response from people who are reading it and are getting something from it. And there was one woman in particular who emailed me, who sent me a tweet today and said, you're helping me understand what it is my friend is going through.
Wow.
I'll be able to better handle and understand and know what to do. And that's what this is all about. It's a big thank you. It's a big thank you to people for helping me through my something.
I mean, just a little recap. Spring of 2012, GMA, 16 years in the making, becomes #1.
Yes.
Okay? But at that same time, you found out that you were diagnosed with MDS. What I want to know is how did you get through that day? Because no one at Good Morning America knew about it.
No.
So what made you get through that day? Because I think Amber knew about it, but no one else knew about it.
Right, April 19th, 2012. Yeah. I have this beautiful picture that's on my coffee table that our president, Ben Sherwood, gave all of us that has us all like, yay! And it has the date on it. And when I look at that picture, Paolo, I don't see it the same way that everybody else does. Yes, that jubilation in the morning, 852 weeks! Oh my gosh! All the people who made that possible, primarily our viewers who were watching. And then later that day to be told, you may only have a year or two to live. And then going to dear producer's mother's homegoing. She passed away of cancer. And then going to our celebration on a rooftop that beautiful April night. It's a roller coaster, but that's life.
Yes.
And it just taught me that life is a journey, it's not a destination. And had I not enjoyed the journey, because when we think of the destination, you know how you feel, if I get this promotion, or if I get this job, or if I get this relationship, I'm going to be. And it's never quite what you think. And I used to think about how's it going to be when we topple the mighty, respectful Today Show. I'm going to be dancing in the streets.
You're going to?
No, I was limboing with Sam Champion. I will say that on the rooftop. But it's just it's life.
But what I loved about it is that your beautiful sister Sally Ann, who was a bone marrow match, I loved in the book reading on page 64, you had asked her, are you sure you want to do this? And I loved her response when she said to you, I don't want to do this, baby sister. I was born to do this. When I read that, I can't tell you, I had the chills on me. I'm like, what a beautiful family for her to be there and do this for you and you guys being so close. How did that make you feel?
I had to give her an out. One sister, Dorothy, was not a match. And people think, Paolo, that, you have a sibling, you have a relative, they're going to be an automatic perfect match. That doesn't happen. It only happens 30% of the time. So it was a long process to find out that it is going to be Sally Ann, because we had already looked on the registry and it wasn't looking good. And so when I said to her, you are a match, and she was silent, which was uncharacteristic, is uncharacteristic for Sister Sally. And she said what you did say, that she didn't want to do this, that she was born to do this. And I just thought, what an amazing gift she is giving me, and I am just so eternally grateful to her for that. But I had to give her an out, because just because she was a match didn't mean. And there's some family members, they do find out, and for whatever reason they don't want to go through with it. It's scary for them. My sister is the biggest Nelly that you'll ever meet, and she said that she didn't mind the needles and that, and it was uncomfortable, not painful. But she was looking at the end result, and the end result was giving me life.
Did you feel, because your mom had passed away before this, a few days before, did you feel your mom's presence while you were in the hospital? Because you were there for weeks and weeks.
For 30 days, Paolo, I was there. And yes, I did. I got home to see my mother. She had a stroke July 13th, Friday the 13th. She had a stroke, and I had pre-treatment to get me ready for the transplant. So I'm running home every weekend to be with Mom. It looks like she's going to rally again. She had had many health challenges, and we thought she was going to rally. And then she took a turn, and Sally Ann, who was with me in New York at the time because she was having her stem cells harvested. So we're there. A hurricane is hitting the coast. My sister Dorothy's taking care of Mom. She calls us and says, Mama's headed home, and we knew she meant heavily home. So we rushed to the pass, my hometown, and it was Thursday, and I was supposed to have the transplant on Monday.
Okay.
And I knew that I couldn't leave my mother like that. And it was almost as if she said, because as long as she had been in that state, I wasn't going to go back, because once you start the transplant process, that's it. You're in isolation. I could not have gotten back to her if she had passed. And it was almost as if she said, daughter, I got this. I'm going to pass on. I know you have the stem cells that you need. I know you're going to be okay. So I'm going to go to a place where you don't have to worry about me, and I don't have to worry about you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just, our show's about dreaming big.
Yes.
And
you are a perfect example of that.
Thank you, my dear. And I just want to say, like, you started ESPN in 1990. You were there for 15 years, and I remember reading somewhere that your first year, the men were saying, we don't want a woman to give us our sports.
Right.
And then the second year, they were saying, we don't want a woman telling us our sports unless it's Robin Roberts.
Yeah.
And when I read that, when I heard about that, it just was so inspiring. What was it that made you keep going and fighting for your dream? Because it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for you. I know.
And you know this.
Yeah.
You have your own show. You're doing your thing, and everyone that's listening to us and watching us, we all have dreams, and I'm a firm believer. Dream big, but focus small on those day-to-day things that are going to ultimately get you to your goal. And all I know is that I was passionate about sports, and I knew my stuff, and I wasn't going to let. My father was a Tuskegee Airman, the first black flying Air Corps in the military. He had the nerve to take a broomstick handle, cut it off, and pretend it was his throttle in the basement of his home in New Jersey. He didn't let naysayers stop him. So why would I or you or anyone let anyone stop you from pursuing if you're passionate about it, if it's for the right reasons? And it was about sports then. It is simply about life now.
It is about life
and with
now,
the book, and just trying to impart some of my mommy-isms to people and let them know that my something was no bigger or greater than anybody else, what they're going through. And that I learned some lessons, and I want to share them with you, because I want you to feel like I feel right now. I'm
amen
free.
To that.
I'm free like you.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Let's end with this. I want to know from you, when you look in the mirror, what do you see now that you didn't see before from everything you went through? Because I just can't even imagine.
And this is so important for people, I got to tell you, when I was writing this book, and especially when I was putting the audio down on it, and there were times that I would stop and I'm like, who are we talking about? I was thinking, it's me? And I know if people did that with their own life, that they would be amazed, because you're just living life. You don't even realize, you don't know what you're doing. And then you take time and you're like, gosh, and I know I've said this and I'll say it again, we are all a little bit stronger than we think we are. And so when I look in that mirror now, I'm like, all these things that people have been saying to me that I'm a strong woman, I feel that. And I want to be a reflection. When people come up like you and they look at me like you're looking at me, I want to look right back at you and say, good job. You're doing what it is that you want to do, and you found a way.
Thank you.
You found a way.
Well, it's people like you that I get inspired from, and seeing you here today, healthy and beautiful, makes me happy. And so I just want to say thank you, because you've inspired so many of us to live our dream. You are a beautiful person. You have a good heart. And when you meet someone like you in this business, all I could say is thank you to the Lord, because it's great. So, and I also want to say you have a masterclass June 15 on Sunday on the Oprah Winfrey Network.
He knows.
I can't wait.
He's like this. He's so close. Look how he dropped.
Who doesn't love Oprah? Okay. We got to make sure you all watch it. It's June 15 on Sunday. I can't wait, because Diane Sawyer was on there. Now you're going to be on there teaching us all about your life, and I can't wait. So I just want to say, God bless you.
You as well.
Good morning, America. You can catch her every day, and don't forget to get a copy of her book. Everybody's got something, like your mom would always say. Okay.
Like that.
I love it. I love it. So God bless you, and thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone. Thank you, my dear. Hey, big dreamers, thanks for watching, and don't forget to watch our latest episodes with Kristen Chenoweth and Andy Cohen.